Hi, I'm Matt Wilkinson.
And I'm Andrew Kavanagh.
This is our street barbecue, Tuscan Alle, cooked pork, Scotch necks, and next level cabbage. One dish that I really hope out of the street barbecue rubs that you try. This is the Tuscan Alle. This is a flavor bomb. The meat side of it, it is pork Scotch neck. Old mate cabbage is what's the side to go with it. This cabbage, we're gonna drizzle it in olive oil, we're gonna salt it, we're gonna burn the shit out of it. So the cut we're gonna use is the pork neck Scotch. You can use anything, but the technique I'm gonna show you is A, how to bash it, which tenderizes it, but also how to make meat vinaigrette. That is primo flavor. That's the thing we want to capture. And that flavor in the bowl, we're gonna make a little vinaigrette, thinly slice it, and then enjoy. Let's get started on bashing it out. So as you've seen there, I've used the back of any knife. You don't need a meat palette, especially for this type. And you want to bash it, and you see how it's just breaking it down. It's just moving the tendons and the meat structure, and that's what's tenderizing it. I'll go and do a few more. So guys, what I'm gonna do now, I've got my 4 pork neck steaks on the plate. I'm gonna lightly drizzle with olive oil. So I'm now gonna lightly sprinkle with the street barbecue Tuscan. It's a seasoning, so it's great to add it at the end. So it's just a light seasoning. We're gonna recoat it and re-season it. And the one thing that I find with pork, I only ever season one side. So that goes direct onto the barbecue. And then as it's cooking, you can start to see the juices and the moisture come out of the meat. I then put a little bit more of the seasoning on, and I always do that with pork. It's just one of the things that I love. We'll come back to that, cook that once the cabbage is ready. So to get this cabbage ready, so we're gonna give it a light coat of olive oil, apply a little bit of the seasoning, and then I'm gonna pass it to Cav to char it away, and bud, you can't mess this one up. You're gonna burn it.
Giddy up.
There you go.
Thank you very much for this, Wilco, putting your faith in me to burn your cabbage. Here I go. My first attempt at burning cabbage. All right, perfect. Got a beautiful char on this. I'm gonna put it to the other side now where it can continue to cook on a bit of the indirect.
All right, Cav, so that cabbage has been there for about 20 minutes, just cooking on the offset element with the hood down. Pulls it out, and then can you get straight onto the pork?
Oui, chef. Oh, beautifully burnt cabbage. That is crispy and burnt. There you go, Wilco. So you want me to start searing these off, chef? So according to Wilco's instructions, I've got to wait for basically the pork to start to sweat up, for some of that moisture to start exiting the top. Once that happens, I'm going to apply a little bit more of the rub over the top.
So that cabbage is now done. Like with cabbage anyway, it's about adding that flavour and putting layers into it like you would a coleslaw. With this one, it's kind of what we're going to do, but we're going to umami bomb it. So I'm just going to chop it up and then straight onto the plate, carry it across. Now I'm going to do a big sharing plate here. I'm just going to fluff it up a little bit, and then it's all about just dressing it. You don't need to make a dressing for it, it's just layering it. And this is about feel. So we add some rice wine vinegar, we add some soy sauce, some extra virgin olive oil. So this is now the umami bomb element. We've added the soy to it. We're now gonna add anchovies, parmesan, and that's gonna have that 3 layers to it. So I'm starting now by adding the anchovies, and now we're gonna add the parmesan. Just make it snow. And when you think there's too much on there, a bit more. And now to finish, mixture of herbs. I love dill, tarragon, chives, parsley for this, even mint works, and just layer that on top.
Perfectly cooked Scotchies, fresh off the primo.
So that's that meat juices, as I'm saying, meat juice vinaigrette. You're gonna have some, when you start to carve, the meat juices start to come out onto your board. You wanna keep that. That, again, flavor. Lemon, see how you feel. I love lemon on my meat. It's something about it. A little sprinkle for the extra virgin olive oil. That's the vinaigrette, the 2 things to get that meat fat juice. So these are some of the leftover herbs I used on the cabbage, tarragon, dill, parsley, and some chives. Last, capers. Capers Great marriage with anchovy. Caper's great with pork, great with cabbage. The two's gonna be bloody amazing. So mate, that pork is cooked, sliced, ready to go. All I'm gonna do is serve it up, and away we go.
Perfect.
So this is that most important part, meat vinaigrette. That is flavour, needs to go on the meat. Let's drizzle it.
Nothing goes to waste.
So mate, that's it. Using our street barbecue Tuscan. What a way to finish it. Pork Scotch necks, cooked over the flame, meat vinaigrette, and then the next level cabbage layered umami bomb salad.
Wilco, your salads are famous, and yeah, definitely can make friends with these salads.
Let's finish it with a little bit more,
Oh yeah.
and then time to tuck in.
More of an invitation. Wow. Delicious. I'm hands all the way here. You're right about that burnt cabbage. It just takes it to the next level.